Yo, this is Keiko. If you don't know my name, I am Keiko / Kiera / Book Talk with Keiko / Keiko 2000 / the K and KRTG skits. And I'm gonna stop talking in this rhyme form because it's getting old to me. Alright guys, welcome to my channel. First ever video. Not first time advertising it though. It is the day after Christmas. It's 1 a.m. So I'm still counting it as Christmas. Hopefully I can get this out to you guys in the morning. So happy day after Christmas. Basically, what I wanted to do today is tell you a little bit about my channel. On this channel, we will be reading a series of different books. Big stacks of books, and just we're gonna be reading it. And then after me reading the books, and after we're done reading the whole series, or after we're done with that particular chapter or something, we'll talk about it. And this is a free way for you guys not to have to read books. Also, I want you guys to keep in mind, my hair is going to change by tomorrow if I do a video tomorrow. So if you guys see that, yes, I'm gonna have my hair down. Just so you guys know that, if you're wondering like what. But my sister may come on here every once in a while. We're actually twins. Yeah. Anyways, that's gonna happen. And that's our channel. I am currently writing a book. Yay! So I'm going to read you the first chapter of my book, but I just want to give a shout out to Bookish Nerd, because during the summer, she was in my summer camp, and she inspired me to write a book, and she taught me how to plan it out and everything, and I got inspiration from her to write this. So thank you, Bookish Nerd. I actually, if I can find my binder right now, should have probably been prepared. Give me 1 second, guys. This is going to be no cuts, no edits, because I want you guys to see the real me. Unless, of course, I say something totally dumb where I just can't leave it in. But I don't think that's going to happen. So, the original pages of my book are in a binder that I actually have over there too. And I wrote in this notebook. And then I copied all the pages and put it into this binder. This binder's pretty thick, full of the characters and which groups they are in. Also full of the character, the age of the character, the name, the description of how the character looks, the personality, and the conflict in the story that they have. And I don't want you guys to see the conflict in the story, because maybe one day you'll be able to get this out in the public. Hopefully one day. But that could be a long time from now, because I'm still writing my story. I've only got 4 chapters done because I'm spending a long time on this. Let's actually move you guys here. Not 4 chapters. I have, actually, yeah, 4. Almost 5 now. Alright. I'm going to read you the prologue and chapter 1, and I hope you guys enjoy this. And this is a little bit of my reading style. Every once in a while I'll make jokes in the reading. Not in this one, though, but in future reading. And maybe I'll even do some reenactments of some of the things that happen in the books later on. So stick around for that. It should be exciting and fun. Alright, let's get to this. Prologue. And to prove that this is my story, because it is actually, I'm pretty advanced in reading, so this is just to prove. This is on my Google Docs, plus I have it on my computer, and I don't want to show you guys my account number, name, but yeah. This is it. Google Docs, so I can edit in everything because it's mine. Alright, let's get to it finally. Prologue. This is a story about a girl in love, a boy in charge, a person who is in search of something new, and a girl that wonders. I could go on and on about this story, but to truly know, you have to find out for yourself. For I do not unlock the answers, but I do get the clues. By opening this book, you will become someone else, and you will be somewhere else. The planet that you'll be traveling to is Earth, yet it is a different form of Earth. At the core of this Earth is a gem. The gem is the size of 20 cars in length and width. Thousands of years ago, this gem created large storms. They were so powerful that they went into the human mind. Because of this, people developed the power to bend the elements. The elements were fire, water, earth, and air. They lived as one, till now. But like I said before, I only give the clues while you provide the answers. I will talk to you when you have figured out who I am and where I come from. Chapter 1. Mom! Every day I have the same bad dream. I'm coming back from hanging out with my friends, and right before Joseph opens the door for me, I see my mom. She's in a light blue shirt with long gray pants. When I look past her, I see them. An army approaching with one boy in front, Hugo. He is wearing the king's crown on his head that is made of fire and diamonds. His hair is spiked up in the color of dark brown. He has no shirt on, and because of this, you can see that he has a six-pack and muscles that ripple up his arms, and pale white skin. Around his waist is a robe that is the color of gold. In his right hand is a red staff, 5 feet long. In his left hand, he is holding onto a dark black horse with white spots. When I see him get close to my mom, I know something is wrong. And then it happens. He thrusts the staff into my mother's back, and I scream out, "Mom!" And all I see is her fall to the ground, lifeless. Joseph jumps out of the carriage that we were riding on and runs to his brother Hugo. I feel so betrayed that I throw my hand in the air, and it begins to rain the hardest it ever has before. I run through the storm crying and screaming, trying to forget the image of her dropping. And all I want is for the pain to go away and for her to come back. Then I wake up, knowing that it wasn't a dream, that everything happened so many years ago, but I'm still scarred. I miss her with all my heart. When I close my eyes, I can see her light brown eyes and her caramel skin. They always say that you will never forget your mother's voice, and I can still remember that it sounded like the beautiful song of a bird. I can also remember her smile that always made everyone smile too. For I would give my life to see her one more time. I know that I will never forget these things, for I possess them too. Every time I look in the mirror, I am disgusted that I am living and she is not. With the price of remembering her, I also remember her scream. The piercing sound of agony just before it ends, so breathtaking that all you can do is listen and hear the pain. Pain that you are thankful not to be yours. But I am not thankful. I am mad and feel as though I am the one screaming now. I have even lost my father, the man you would always think who would protect you. He had short brown hair that is probably gray now, and he always had a long brown beard. His skin was the color of cocoa, and one of his eyes was gold, while the other was dark blue. When my mom died and I ran through the storm, I found him at the ocean and told him what happened. We went back through the thick forest as the rain still came down, because at the time, my emotions were in control of the weather. When we got through, there was no sign of Hugo or his army, or even Joseph. My father took my mom's dead body from the ground and into the house and laid her upon the couch. Then he disappeared downstairs. When he came back up, he gave me a bag and a book. The bag was full of food for a horse and one person. Dad, this is only enough food for a person and a horse. Where's the food for you? Kiera, I cannot come with you. The book will explain, but don't read it now. Read as you cross the ocean. I love you. On that last word, his voice cracked. Then he left me in the house. He left me in the house, crying and yelling for him to come back. Finally, I went out of the house and saw a horse as white as snow. I climbed on his back and named him Joseph, after the boy I loved and thought he loved me too. Then we rode off over the ocean, as I used my mind to let Joseph run over the water. As we went across, I flung the book into the ocean, for I was so enraged that this was the only thing he left me. And the only thing I have from my mother when I was 11 to now as I am 25 is her water necklace. This was the necklace she always wore that gave her the power of seeing the future, but not all of it. She could not see deaths, but she could feel them. This is why Hugo killed her and wanted to kill my father and I. My father also had the power of seeing the future and what needed to happen. Hugo and his parents did not want them alive because they wanted to take over without being stopped. So they let Hugo become exuberant as a child. Then, when it was time, they killed the king without involving their other children. But Hugo turned on his parents after they killed the king, He cut them both in half with a gleaming white sword. The reason he killed them was so he could have all the power and didn't have to share it. From the day my mother was killed, I vowed two things. That I would find my father and kill Hugo. Now that he is king, it will be harder to get him. But I have to kill him. Because he split us all up. All the elements are now separate armies and villages. Everyone has their own king or queen, except us. I am the rebel leader. Unlike everyone else, when I fled across the ocean, I gathered people when I got to land. We then became the rebels and worked together, even though we controlled different elements. We will find Hugo and then plunge a staff through his heart. And that's the end of my story, chapter 1 at least, and I hope you guys enjoyed that. The inspiration for the story actually was on my friend Danica's server. All my friends will be in the link in the description down below, but on my friend Danica's server, what happened was, we were going to do, we were playing on it, and they had the idea to do roleplay, and I was like, why don't we make a Minecraft movie? And the movie was going to be about, different benders, because it was a bending server. It was like a mod pack, plugin, actually, not mod pack. And we were going to do that. It never happened, so I took all my ideas from doing that Minecraft movie and put it into a book. I didn't take any of their ideas, so I'm not stealing anything, but I took my ideas personally and turned it into this book that I'm making. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. I hope you were a little interested. I know it was a sad chapter there, but trust me, it's a lot happier, and there's a lot of adventure starting, right off the bat. So, the first chapter, there's a fight scene, I jump into fire, things like that. So I hope you guys enjoy this. First video ever. Free, non-reading. If you come on this channel, you could just skip through to the very end of some of the videos and with me discussing what just happened. And you don't even have to read the book yourself, because I'll do a whole summary of what just happened. Alright, I love y'all. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.